I walked into the Apple Store with excitement and anticipation. As an avid Apple fan, I couldn't wait to get my hands on the latest iPhone. The store was buzzing with people, and the vibrant atmosphere added to the thrill of being surrounded by the latest technology. I made my way to the iPhone section and eagerly approached one of the Apple associates. She had a cheerful smile and welcomed me to the store. Little did I know that this encounter would turn into a horrifying experience. She handed me the iPhone and began explaining its features. But as she talked, I noticed something strange. Her eyes had a peculiar glow, almost unnatural. I brushed it off, thinking it was just a trick of the store's lighting. As I held the iPhone, I started feeling a strange sensation in my hand. It was as if the device was pulsating with energy, sending electrical jolts up my arm. I dropped the phone in shock and I clattered to the floor. The Apple associate's smile faded and her expression turned sinister. She glared at me with eyes filled with malice. I tried to back away, but it felt like I was stuck in quicksand. The other customers around me seemed oblivious to the bizarre turn of events. Suddenly, the lights in the store flickered and an eerie silence fell. The Apple associate's voice took on a dark and menacing tone. She warned me that I had trespassed into forbidden territory, and now I would face the consequences. I looked around for help, but everyone else seemed frozen in time. It was as if the world had come to a standstill, and only the Apple associate and I existed in this nightmarish realm. The walls of the Apple store started distorting, and images of distorted faces appeared on them. The faces were expressions of anguish and despair, as if trapped in an eternal torment. It was as if the store itself had become a gateway to the underworld. Fear consumed me, but I mustered every ounce of courage I had left. I managed to break free from the invisible force that had held me captive. I ran towards the exit, desperate to escape the horrors unfolding before my eyes. But as I reached the door, it slammed shut, sealing my fate. I turned around to find the Apple associate standing in front of me, her eyes glowing brighter than ever. She revealed her true form, a demonic figure with twisted horns and sharp claws. I screamed, hoping that anyone, would hear my cries for help. But the sound seemed to be absorbed by the darkness, swallowed whole by the malevolent presence that surrounded us. The demon approached me, its wicked grin sending shivers down my spine. It lunged towards me, its claws ready to tear me apart. But just as its talons were about to strike, a blinding light erupted from my iPhone. The light engulfed the demon, transforming it into a puff of smoke. The darkness receded, and the Apple store returned to its normal state. The other customers blinked in confusion, as if awakening from a trance. I stood there, trembling and gasping for breath, still in shock from the harrowing experience. Slowly, the Apple associate returned to her cheerful self, oblivious to the terror that had just unfolded. I left the store, vowing never to return. The Apple Store horror story would forever be etched in my memory, a reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the shiny exterior of technology. I stood outside the gleaming glass doors of the Apple Store, my heart racing with anticipation. I had been saving up for months to buy the latest iPhone. It was the most expensive purchase I had ever made, and I couldn't wait to hold it in my hand. Little did I know that my visit to this seemingly tech paradise would turn into a horror story that would haunt me for the rest of my life. As I stepped inside, the air was filled with a sense of excitement. The store was buzzing with customers, each one eager to get their hands on the latest gadgets. The rows of sleek devices gleamed under the bright lights, beckoning me towards them. I took a deep breath and approached the nearest display. A friendly Apple employee, clad in a blue shirt, approached me with a smile. "Welcome to the Apple Store. How can I assist you today?" she asked. "I'm here to buy the new iPhone," I replied, unable to contain my excitement. She led me to the designated area where the iPhones were displayed. As she handed one to me, I couldn't help but marvel at its sleek design and incredible features. The phone felt like a work of art in my hands, and I knew I had to have it. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of my horrifying experience. I took my brand new iPhone home and eagerly set it up. However, as soon as I connected it to the Wi-Fi, strange things started happening. Apps would open and close on their own accord. Text messages would appear on the screen, but the words were twisted and incomprehensible. I tried to make a call, but the voice on the other end sounded distorted and haunting. It was as if my new iPhone was possessed. Terrified, I rushed back to the Apple Store and explained the bizarre occurrences to the employees. They exchanged uneasy glances, but none of them offered a solution. One employee even whispered to another, "The curse of the forbidden apple strikes again." Determined to find answers, I sought the help of a tech expert. He examined my phone and revealed a shocking truth. My iPhone had been tampered with dark magic. Someone had deliberately cursed the device, inflicting it with supernatural powers beyond my comprehension. Haunted by the malevolent presence that lurked within my iPhone, I attempted to return it to the Apple Store. But every time I stepped inside, the employees would turn their backs to me, pretending not to see me. It was as if I had become invisible, trapped in a never-ending nightmare. Desperate for a solution, I reached out to a group of tech enthusiasts who specialized in the occult. They informed me that I was not the only victim of this cursed iPhone. Many others had fallen prey to its sinister powers, and it seemed that the curse originated from the very walls of the Apple Store itself. Together we devised a plan to break the curse. Armed with holy water, sage, and ancient incantations, we returned to the Apple Store under the cover of darkness. We chanted prayers, purifying the space, and banishing the evil that had plagued the store. The curse was lifted, and a sense of relief washed over me. However, the trauma of that experience was not easily forgotten. The Apple Store, once a symbol of technological advancement, had become a reminder of the horrors I had endured. I swore off Apple products forever, wary of the forbidden knowledge that lurked within their devices. To this day, I cannot enter an Apple Store without feeling a shiver down my spine. The cursed iPhone may be gone, but the scars it left behind serve as a constant reminder of the horror I